Okay, we are live. Here we go. Hey everyone, welcome to another Webflow workshop. I'm your host, Nelson. Thank you for joining me this week. Before I get started, how I like to start my streams is say hey to everyone in the live chat room. Thank you for joining me. Stonecraft, Lance, Jaden. There's a lot of new people here. A lot of regulars like Nita, Alex, Alexandra, Peter. Yeah, thank you guys so much. As always, it's always fun to watch the live chat just scroll by as you guys get into the stream and sharing your knowledge about Webflow and web design in general and helping everyone out. That's what I love to see. All right. So, what are we doing this week? This week, we're going to try to rebuild MailChimp's homepage. Now, this one may take me a little bit longer than previous streams, because as I was going over it over the weekend, I was like, this could be a little bit challenging, but still doable inside of Webflow. So let's go ahead and visually break this down. Okay, so the first thing we have is obviously a navbar. And this navbar is sticky, so that's really easy to do. And then when you scroll down, this sign up free button right here appears. And you scroll back up and it goes away. Now, if you've been using Webflow, you know that there are scroll interactions, and that interaction is really easy to do, because once you get to a certain area on the page, show the button, and then when you leave that area, make that button disappear. So that's an easy thing to do. Okay, second, we have a hero row right here. Now, each row, I noticed, has a very nice background image. And they also layer background images on top of each other. That is easily doable in Webflow, and I want to show you how to do it when I go through this build. Okay, so background image. Now, the positioning of the backgrounds may be a bit tricky, but I'm going to see if I can do it. You know, I want to see if we're able to do this. Now, let me refresh this page, because I'm going to show you the most difficult part of this build that we're going to try to tackle. So if I scroll down to this section right here, watch what happens. There's a bunch of animations that happen in this box. Okay. Now, as I view the source or did the inspect element in the Chrome developer tools, I noticed that each of these things, even the live type right here, the new arrivals take 15% off, those are all each individual divs with text inside of it. And this text right here, this button, and I think, is it this one, product or product rec? One of these, when they drag it into here, those are just divs as well. So let me replay that. Okay, let me refresh. And there we go. Yeah. All right. So yeah, this is doable with Interactions 1.0, where you can tell elements to look like they're being dragged and then fade away and stuff like that. So we're going to try to redo this as best we can. Okay? And some background images as well for those diamonds. And then go here. It gets a little bit easier. Okay, so that's just the image right there. We have some logos right here. That's easy. Now here we have two backgrounds happening at the same time. Okay, so this is layered on top of so this one right here is the first layer, and then these diamonds are on top of it. And then right here you have two different divs or two different images that show up at different times. So let me refresh that, show you what happens to those. So as you scroll down, one comes up and then the other. Okay. Mercury has a great question. Why use divs rather than a GIF? A GIF is huge. Okay. If you use a GIF video or something like that, or GIF, it could be up to, you know, depending on how well you optimize it, it can go anywhere from a couple of probably a couple hundred of kilobytes to even 4 to 5 megabytes. But like, I think the way they did it is great, because they really optimized it where it's just images. Okay, so good question. So moving down, we got more things appearing, like these three things. Let me see. Let's refresh that. What is happening with those three? All right, those three are all one image, and they show up all at one time. That one just fades in. And yeah, that's about it. This one's easy, and if I have time, I'll maybe do the footer. But I mean, footers are super simple. You know, it's just text and links. But there we go. The Rocket Science Group. I did not know that. That's cool. I'm all about space. Speaking of which, can I give a shout out? Shout out to SpaceX for making history. Launched a rocket, then landed it, and launched it again, and landed it again. Blew my mind. Okay, back on this stream. Here we go. So, I'm going to, I have the website up on my laptop right here, and then I'm going to try to build it in Webflow on this side. So, here we go. As always, what you want to do is drag in all of your assets, all of your images into Webflow first. So that way you're not doing it one by one as you're building. You want to just have everything ready to go in your assets manager. So everything's in there. I'm good to go. First thing we want to do, the nav bar. Super simple. So the nav bar right here, add elements panel. All you got to do is scroll down to the components, drag in the nav bar, and there we go. We already have a nav bar coded for us. Now let's go ahead and add the links. We have features, pricing, support, and blog. So let's go ahead and just start typing all that out. Features, pricing, support, and we're just gonna copy paste. There we go, and blog. Cool. And yeah, and then we have our logo right here. So let's go ahead and drag Freddy in there. There he is. Freddy is in there. Ooh, he's huge. Okay. And let's go ahead and make Freddy a bit smaller. So the link around it. So the link block around him. Let's just call it logo. Let's make it a max of, I'm guessing they're using smaller. He's like really small. He doesn't want to take up, he's a nice guy. He doesn't want to take up too much space. All right, put some there. Okay, I think that looks good. Let's push it from the top a bit. Yeah, I'm good to go. Yeah, cool. One more. Yeah, that's good. Okay, so this nav bar in the back. So I just click the nav bar right here, and it comes with background already set as DDD. So Webflow just does that. We pre-style our components to help you get started, but you're more than welcome to overwrite the styles. So this one is going to be white because it's not transparent, it's just white. Here we go, white. And then these links right here, nav link, we're just going to style them. They're using bold. Do they have any hovers? Yes, they do have a hover. It's a slight background color change. Okay, I'm going to do that too. And they're using a small font size, so let's go in there. And notice how if you've been using Webflow and you're like, hey Nelson, how come you didn't create a class name before styling? It's one of our new features where you can just go at it and we'll name the classes for you, and you can double click it and change the class name if you want to. But we try to help you just go with the flow as fast as possible, okay? All right, so all these right here, I don't like them to be on the right. They should be on the left. So let's go ahead, and this nav menu right here, it's floating to the right. Let's push it to the left. There we go, right next to Freddy. And then each of these right here, actually nav links, they have a hover. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to my states, my hover state, and let's go ahead, and it's like an off-white. I think it's like F8 or something like that. Yeah, it's like very subtle. And then after that, we can put our transitions, and so our transition is going to be background color. So let's go and find that. There you go. Background color, 200 milliseconds. So that way it looks like this. Is that actually... Let's see here. Background color, 200 milliseconds. Okay. 200 milliseconds fast, so I guess it's working. Here we go. So these are working fine. Freddy has a lot of space between him and the nav, so let's go ahead and give him that space. Something like that. Let's just go crazy with 50. Ooh, no, too much. Okay, 25. Cool. All right. Hey, Doug, thank you for joining us. Hey, Jaden, thank you for being here as well. I started web design when I was 13 as well, so good that you're starting early. Alright, so if you haven't seen this trick yet on how to make your nav bars wider, here it is again. I drag in a regular div block, and then I move all of the elements within it. And then I delete the old container. Clean pixels, stop spamming. Let's go ahead and put you on timeout. There you go. All right. After that, actually, Freddy, here we go. Probably has 25 on the other side as well. Yeah, I think that works. Yep. Okay, that works. So we're like that, and now we need that other side. So we have nav menu, nav button. Okay, this nav menu probably needs to be the full width. So what if I do max 100? Actually, no. What if I do a width 100? That ain't gonna do it. All right. I want to make this all the way without making another div. I guess I can make another div. Yeah, let's see. Let's go ahead and put another div right here, and this is just gonna be right side nav. Okay, on the right side nav, we're gonna float it to the right because we want that login, and we're not gonna put the search function. We're just gonna put the login. So put the log. Ooh, nav links can only be inside the nav bar. But why? I wanna... Okay, we might have to do flex now. So let me remove this. So the reason why I want to do flex is because I want to have like 2 elements to go on the sides, but I also want to put nav links inside of it. So how are we gonna do this? Let's try it. Let's call it, nav flex. Flexing, and I'm just experimenting right here, guys. So let's see if this will work. I'm scared to move anything around, but it's, you know, you can't be scared to experiment. Let's see, I want everything on the space between. So far, so good. Let's go ahead and... No, that's not gonna work, is it? How am I gonna put things on that side? I'm just gonna run into the same error. That's what I thought. Yeah, so much trial and error. Yeah, if you go to flexbox.webflow.com, there's a lot of documentation on Flexbox. But you know, it's something that, as with any web design stuff, a lot of it is just trial and error. And now the reason why I want to use the navbar element is because I can still get this already pre-coded hamburger menu. Okay. Ooh, interesting. Let's go ahead and just bring everything back. Hold on. That was loud. Let me turn that off. Ah, okay. Okay. Waldo helped me out here. Thank you, Waldo. All right, so did I want to do now? Oh, okay. Let's put everything back to what I had it before. There we go. Okay, and so here I can drag in a text link. Okay, now we're rocking. Now we're rocking. Okay. Login. Is it log in? One word, two words? I always get confused. Is log in login? Okay, so nav link. So what I did was I dragged in one of these. Okay. Yeah, nav link. Nav link. All right. There we go. Interesting that it's not taking this. Let's see here. This 333. No underline. So I have to force it because this side is not copying the same thing. Alright, there we go. Now we're on it. Is that on the same line? How come this one seems... Okay, alright, well, moving on. So, before this guy, there's actually a button, and that's the sign up button, okay? And in here, we want to call it, what is it? Sign up for free. Is it sign up? Oh, interesting. Sign up free. They don't say for free. Sign up free. Okay. So now we get to start styling this. So let's go ahead and start styling it. This one, same font size, like that. It is bold. Is it bold? Yeah, it's bold. Get something like that. Round those corners. That background color is probably something like this. Is not the right color, but close enough. And it has a hover state, and the hover state is something darker. So let's go darker like that. And as always, when I go back to the regular state, I want to set a transition. You always want to set an animation transition because it seems more interactive and more nice and flowy rather than just a regular, click, Alright, so this button, let's go ahead and push it off. We're going to call this sign up button. Push it off to the side, say 25. Cool. Alright. And so our nav bar is done, okay guys? So now I want to do that whole sign up thing where it scrolls down. Actually, we're going to leave it like this, and I'm going to show you that interaction after I start doing the next two rows. Right, so that one's done. This body right here, we should push it down a bit. Nope. Sorry, I lied. There we go. This needs to be sticky. Easiest way to do that, right here. At the very top, we have our nav bar. So this nav bar, you want to, right there, position fixed, and then to the top. And now when I scroll down, it'll always be there. All right. So for the body, I want to push it down a bit, say 65, something like that. And we put our first section. All right, the first section, let's make it simple. Let's just center everything. So we're gonna call this hero, because that's the first section. And let's go ahead, the top and bottom, we're probably, say like 100. No, let's go crazy, 150. Yeah, 150 on the top and bottom for my padding. And let's center everything. And so we have in H1 that says send better email. Copy paste. Cell. Actually, no, I can't have two H1s. Is that all one line? Hold on. Nope, come back, come back. They call it a super title. Oh yeah, it's all one line. They just use a break. And they say sell more stuff. Got it. Alright, so this H1, we're going to go ahead and make it huge. Something like, yeah, let's say 50, 56, 53, 54. Cool, cool. Alright, after that we have a button. Let's just copy this button. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to reuse this. So I'm going to delete the 25, and then I'm going to add a combo class called sign up, or nav button, okay, and add a 25. And the reason why is because I want to reuse. Is it the same size though? I'm trying to reuse as much as I can. So I go like this, delete this, yeah, and I could do something like that. All right, so moving on. Oh, this button should be bigger. All right, hero button, let's make this bigger. There we go, move it down a bit with the margin on top. Make the button a bit bigger. Something like that. Let's go 2 more. Okay. Yeah. Okay, and for this one, we have a background image, so let's go ahead and go to our background, and the first one is this guy right here, which is really pretty. I don't know where they got the idea for this art, but it's nice. Okay, so no tile, push it to there. I think they're using exact pixels, so it's like right there. Let's see what happens if we go like this. Okay, yeah, that'll work. Cool. Hero row is done. Okay, next row, the send row. Okay, so this one, bring in another section, and we're gonna call this, let's just call it row 2. Row 2 has a lot of, actually this one shouldn't have as much padding. Shouldn't have 0 padding. Oh, interesting. So the background image of this row 2 actually goes up into the sign up free area. So here, this is what I'm talking about. See how the top of this is right here. So let me do a inspect and see what's going on. So see? Interesting. Okay, so it goes like that. So you have the first guy right there. And then the second guy right here. Yeah, okay. I'm gonna try to recreate that. I don't know, it's worth a shot. Yeah, these background images are very strange, but they're pretty. They're pretty. I want to know what's the concept behind these. Alright, no tiling. It goes all the way to... Let's make this row tall, just for now, so we can play around. Say 800. Whoa. Push it to... Because if I go like this, obviously it's going to be clipped. So I may have to do some layering. Let's see what I can do. Let's do something like this. Alright, so layering. This one could be on top. So you can use a position relative and then push it up. Ah! What's going on? I don't have a background color. I only have... That's white. Interesting. let's see what happens if I do this. It still gets clipped. Put that background. Okay, worth a shot. Let's see if it goes like this. Z-index. Actually, the z-index of this one could be 1. Ha! Did it! Okay, cool. What did I do? Alright, so this guy right here, I have that set as a position relative. And then I set this to be z-index 1. So what z-index is, it's like layering, like Photoshop layers or something like that. Okay? And then this guy right here, this row 2, is actually position or z-index auto, which is 0. So 0 is less than 1, and so the first row is going on top of the other. Boom. Cool. Ooh, that was fun. All right, next thing. So that's doing all that fun stuff. Oh my. Is it? It's usually. Actually, the little plant thing is probably like that. Let's go ahead and preview it. Okay, yeah. Plant thing should be like way on the side. I don't know if they're using percentages. Let's see if I use percentage. Because last time I used percentage was no bueno. Okay, I'm gonna. Alright, we're using exact pixels. There we go. There we go. I need some space for the content. Alright, let's just try it. Alright, let's just try it. Okay, so that's that. We're going to remove the height because we want to play... We don't want exact height. We want to play around with the padding. Because the padding is what sets the height. Okay, and so when I start, if I put padding on the top and bottom and I start stuffing in content inside of it, the padding will make the height of the div for me, so I don't have to think about an exact height. Okay, so it's probably like, at least the top is something like this. Something like 200. And the bottom, I'm not going to worry about for now. We're just going to keep that like 300. I'll deal with that later. And I'm gonna put a container because the container is that nice 960 width guy. So that should be good. So second thing I want to put is a heading and make sure that's a H2. This one's called send, and then right after that H2 is a paragraph, and that paragraph has some stuff saying MailChimp is awesome, like that. And we're gonna call this we're going to say all paragraphs. All paragraphs? No, we're going to call it details. Because I don't want, I want that max width to be something like 500 or something. Something like that. Because I don't want it to bump into the image. And then after that, we go ahead and let's make this, oh, no. Looks like it's kind of big, so I'm going to say 16. Like that. Is this guy, this one's kind of big too, so let's say 36 and 42. Cool, cool. All right, so the fun part. This guy. He seems to be centered. It looks like the width of the... Yeah, I'll figure that out. Okay, so let me just show you something real quick. So we have a div block, and inside of that div block, we're going to have a background image. Okay, and that background image is going to be this guy right here. Okay, and so, well, that background image is huge. Okay, so I can make that whatever I want. Okay, all right, we're gonna try this. We're gonna try this, everyone. All right. Let's see. I don't want a tile. I want it centered at the top. Okay. Ah, there we go. I have a, that's what I want. So this div block, we're gonna call it canvas, because it's like the canvas of the tool. Actually, we're gonna call it like fake UI. Then the width of this, I'm gonna set it to an actual width of 700. Let's go ahead and find it. There's 796 and 796, and this is going to be centered. So I don't want a container, I want a regular div, so I can set it as 796. Okay, content 796 pixels wide, make that centered. There we go. Ooh, yeah. All right, getting happy. All right, so this fake UI is pushed away from that guy, so let's go ahead and do that. And let's see how tall it needs to be. So we're gonna guess 500. Did I make it? Nope. All right, there, 606. Okay, cool. Ooh. Yeah, they're set to contain position absolute left 50. That would fix it. Ah, okay. You said contain? Contain. Oh, yeah. Oh. Nope, that's not working. Not sure. Okay, we're gonna go put it back to where it was. Something like that. No! Okay, take out the contain. I'm guessing here. Need to set it to absolute position. So this is inside of a div on its own. It's not a background. I mean, it's not part of the same row. Is that what you're saying? All right. I'll get back to that later. I want to show you this right here. So this is going to be the hardest part and probably the longest part of this stream, okay? Recreating this right here inside of Webflow without coding. Okay, so let me show you. So first thing is this guy right here. Let me refresh it on my laptop just to see. All right, so the first thing is this lady with a handbag. That image zooms in, fades in. Okay? Now, let's see if we can do this. All right? So the first thing I have is, I'm going to set it to position relatives because I'm just going to use absolute positions. All right? Oh yeah, first thing I want to do is lady with a handbag. So I'm going to put that inside of fake UI. And let's go ahead and set that. So, let's call it demo image, like that. And let's go ahead and set that width to like 250 or something. All right, let's see where it goes. Right there. Okay, and this is position absolute. I'm going to push it down. Something about there. It's like right about there. Cool. All right. So the first thing that happens is when I scroll down to this right here, this shows up. Okay. But we're going to do it step by step. Everything I'm going to do is going to be executed once I get this on my screen. So it's going to be a scroll interaction. When this shows up, then this is going to show up. All right. So first, let's go ahead and hide this. So how we can hide it is start interaction, and we're gonna call it demo image, and the initial appearance is the transform. We're gonna scale it down like that to 0.5, and the opacity is gonna be 0. Done and done. We don't need a trigger for this one. We need a trigger for this, okay? And so we're gonna call this fake UI, and the trigger is scroll. So when I scroll, I'm going to affect a different element. The element is demo image, and I'm going to limit it to nested elements because only things inside of this fake UI. And the scroll into view, say when I get to 50%, when I get to the middle right here, when I get to the middle of this, that's when I want to start all the animations. So I'm going to do something like 45, okay, and nothing for scroll out of view. So when I scroll into view, I want to scale that back up to 1, and let's make it slow, 500 milliseconds, and also the opacity should be 100. Takes 500 milliseconds, and done and done. So let's go ahead and preview that. Boom. Okay. Yay! That was fun. Okay. Actually, there was something in its place. Let's go ahead and fix that real quick. So what's in its place is this right here, this guy. So let me drag this in. Let's put this on top. So add an image. So demo image placeholder, and I'm thinking it's like 565 or something like that. Something like that. Okay, cool. And its position absolute. Gonna push it down behind the guy, behind the image that's going to replace it. So let's go ahead and push it down. There we go. All right, so let's see what it looks like now. Kind of too fast, huh? Let's see what they do. I bet you it's... Yeah, it's really slow. Okay, let's do that. So back here on the interactions, they went really slow. So let's go 750 on our timing. Preview it. Yeah. Okay, cool. Next step is the dragging of the product rec. Okay, so let's refresh that. Product rec, I'm going to drag it into content block. Is there... Okay, so there's no content block here. So that means it's an image. So I'm going to drag in the content block. I'm guessing it's this one. Yes, it is. And we're going to say demo content block. And the width is 560. No, I got to memorize that width. What is it? 526. Okay, position absolute. Let's just push it to the bottom, and then we go up. And that content block, where's that at? That is just a bit away. Actually, it's actually smaller. Like that. And it's a bit away. Oh, wrong deal. There we go. Like that. Push it off to the side a bit. Let's go smaller. Do they have a border around the whole thing? Oh, okay. There's a border around the whole thing. Let's go ahead and fix that. So fake UI actually has a border. I was wondering, where's that left border? It's not in the image. So around the whole thing is some sort of gray border. Nope, too dark. Nope, too dark. Something light like that. And then we go ahead and add some glow. So probably something like this. Light gray. Much better. All right, cool. Actually, one more small thing. Yeah. The blur, let's go for 10. Something like opacity, a little bit down. Something like that. It's a drop shadow, actually, of 2 pixels. Not an outer glow. Okay, let me fix that. Thank you. Drop shadow. Something gray. Like that. Cool. And then you're saying the distance is 2? Alright, cool. Alright, moving on. So the content block is there, and then the 3 things. So this, we want to, okay, cool. We want to put the next thing, which is, okay, so all 3 of these are actually their own. When you go like that, 1, 2, 3, like that. 1, 2, 3. Oh, first thing we gotta do is product rec like that. Okay, so let's go ahead and put that. Where's that button? Oh, actually, those 3 buttons are one image, so I need to make a div for it. So here we go. I'm gonna bring that in, and let's go ahead and make all 3 of the buttons. What is it? Text. Because look at the image. Let me just show you the image real quick. Let me just real quick show you the Z and where's the, yeah, so see how it's text, product rec, and button. So text goes here, product rec goes here, button goes there. So let's go ahead and do that. Okay, so what they're using is background images. Go. So we're gonna call this text button, demo text button, and we're gonna get a background of this guy right here, and none like that. So it's, the width says 77, so I'm gonna say 77 by 77. That looks good. All right, cool. Chavez, no, you didn't miss it all. We're still in the middle of this. So you came at the right time. We're doing the most difficult part, which is doing all the animations. So yeah, keep watching. All right, so let's go ahead and push it there. Let's position it. Push it down. Now it looks like it's part of the UI. Yeah. Does that look good to you guys? Yeah? Okay, cool. Trickery. Okay, copy paste. And we're going to give this demo product button. And this product button is going to have a background image of this right here. But, ooh, I need to sneeze. Okay, cool. Never mind. Yes, that shirt. Helvetica. Let's see here, 77 by 77, but this isn't text. We're going to position this to the middle. So cool, right there. Now we're on the product rec. Okay, and let's go ahead and position absolute. Push it to the bottom right. Go right here. Something like that. Something like that. Right there. Cool. All right, and just do another one. Oops, this still block should be there. Sure. Okay, demo button. Oh, that's so bad. All right. You know when you're a nerd, when you make a class name and then you make yourself laugh. Yeah. Okay. And then after that, we have our button, position absolute. Making that responsive is a real challenge, I guess. So yeah, when I make this responsive, you'll see that they don't use the animation. They don't use this animation for the tablet or mobile. They just go to a static image. You can try it on your own if you go to MailChimp.com right now and then go look at what they did. You'll be like, oh, okay, that's fine. That's interesting. This top portion of the button needs a bigger height than the others. Unless I'm missing something. Oh, I'm probably missing this. But that's the top. There's no glow at the top. Huh. Interesting. Okay. Whatevs. Let's go ahead and just move this up a bit. Oh. There we go. Okay. The stage is set. Alright. Do we got everything? Okay. Next. This product rec button will go into the content block. So we're going to use transforms. So back to the fake UI. Use the wrench. We're going to add another scroll trigger. Okay, affect different element, and this is demo product button. Offset 45. When I scroll into view 45% down, what do I want to do? I want to move this guy. So let's go move him. Let's say 200. What did they do? Hold on. Do they go all the way to the center? No, they just go right where it says block. So let's go ahead and negative 400. Oof. Oof. 3? 250? Yeah. Okay. And then the Y, we're going to push it down to something like this. What do they do? Drag it to block. Okay, cool. Right on top of block. All right. And that's going to take 750. Okay. And done. So it's going to look like this. Oh, sick. And then right after that step, it's going to, I'm guessing, fade out. Yeah, it fades out. And how long does it take to fade out? Is it fast or slow? It's fast, so we're going to keep it at 200. So it looks like this. Ooh, that's too fast. I don't like that. Is it 300? Preview. Yeah, seems more smooth. Okay. And then after that, what they do is they put it back. They set the transform to origin. And then they zoom in. Wait, this should be 0 because there should be no transition. It just goes right back. And then it fades in. So let's see what happens. Go there, fade out. Nope, I did it wrong. There should be move to origin and then another step to fade in. So let's try that. Okay, and the fade in, they like to do everything slower, so I have to make sure, keep in my mind that 200 is not the number. Oh, yes! Oh, that looks good. We'll just leave it like that, okay? Cool. Oh my gosh. What's next? Okay. Oh, wait. What's happening though is, watch, both of those interactions happen at the same time. So if I scroll down, watch what happens. We don't want that. We want this to happen first and then this. So we have to add a delay. We have to add a delay timer. So let's go ahead and go to that scroll, and we're going to add another step. And this delay, we have to do our own, let's see here. Yeah, we have to do our own math, okay? So in Interactions 2.0, which is coming, don't worry guys, in Interactions 2.0, you can actually set a timeline of events that happen. But with Interactions 1.0, you kind of have to do the math yourself and just figure out what the timing is. So for example, this guy right here, it shows up and it takes 700, if I go to it, it takes 750 milliseconds. So I'm thinking for my next step, I have to wait 800 because I want like 15 milliseconds in between. So I have to wait 800 and then start the product rec button. Okay, so you kind of have to do your own math. It's not hard math. So I have this empty step right here. I'm going to set it to 800 milliseconds, so that's 750 plus 50. And let's just see how that works. I'm going to drag this into the first. Done and done. All right, let's go to the top. Boom! Boom. Yes. Okay. Simple. Simple. Okay. Next. What's the next thing that's happening, guys? And gals. You know, like that. So those three guys, the jacket, leather clutch, and checker dress. So that comes up. So it's 1, 2, 3. So I'm thinking here. I'm thinking. So what we can do is just put all three of those images in one div, side by side. So let's go ahead and do that. We're gonna make a div right here, and we're gonna call it demo products. Oop. Demo products. All right, and this is going to be position absolute. And let me just double check something real quick. Does the content block fade away? Yeah, the content block fades away. The reason why I know this is because if you look, the border, this border right here, is gone. So I don't need that anymore. So what I can do is, let's go back to our fake UI. Okay, and let's go ahead and start another thing. So now we got to do some math here. Okay, let me pull up a calculator here. Okay, and the calculator says, so if I have 800 milliseconds plus 750 plus 300 for the opacity, or actually, does it happen? Yeah, so the opacity happens 300. So that equals 1850. So I have to do this math. Now, I know you guys are like, where's Interactions 2.0? I really want it too, because it would make this much easier. Instead of having to pull up a calculator to figure out my timing, I want it so bad too. Don't worry, I'm with you guys. The team is getting it done. Okay, anyways, back on it. So this content block needs to fade away. So let's go back to the fake UI, add a scroll trigger, affect different elements, demo content block, and when I scroll into view by 45%. Okay, so the first thing I need to do is add a delay timer. 1850. Let's add another 50. Let's add another 50 on top of it. So I'm gonna have 1900, and then after that, this fades out, and it's really fast. So I'm gonna keep it at 200, and let's just preview it. Wait 1.9 seconds, fade away. Okay, let's see how that looks. Step by step, guys. Okay, not too bad. Next, where are you? Where are you? Where are you? Demo text button. There's a lot of divs in this guy. Let's go ahead and put a new one. Why not? Alright, so let's go ahead and put a new one. And this one is, we're going to call it demo. Oh, I already have demo products. Not bad. Right there, demo products. And we're going to push this to the bottom left, because it's down here. And inside of that, we're going to put the images. So let's go ahead, and the first one is a jacket. That guy right there. Huh? Where are you? Demo products. Ooh, that's too big. I'm thinking it's... There we go. Yep. It's a high DPI image. And then right next to that is the leather clutch. And right next to that is a checkered dress. All right. And let's go ahead and give these a class name. So we're going to call it demo product image 1. Okay, I want to give each of these a different class name rather than having them share one class name. The reason why is because each of them come up at a different timing. Okay, so let's go ahead and push them out a bit, like say 5 on each side. Demo product image 2, 5 on each side. Oh no, it's just this one that has a, yeah, let me remove this right here. Yeah, that's good. And this one, I don't have to, I'm not adding any styles, I'm just naming it. So when I go to interactions, I can target this individual image. Product image 3. Cool, cool. And back to demo products. Let's see right here. Let's center it with the word content block. Push it up a bit. Should be like that. Okay. And let's go ahead and demo product 1. We're going to share the same interaction between these 3 because I want to have a initial appearance to be pushed down and opacity 0. Okay, so I can do that by creating a new appearance, and we're going to call it demo product. And the initial appearance is a transform. I'm going to move it down on the Y, say by 30. Yeah, that's cool. And opacity 0. And done. So I'm going to do the same thing here, but instead of redoing those steps I just showed you, I can just click on this, and now we have those initial appearance. So if I think about, if I design it in my head, these are pushed down, okay? And so now I have to go back to the fake UI and start playing around with that. Okay. Again, math. Make sure you have your numbers right because your timing is going to be off if you don't do it right. So I have this waiting for 1.9 and it fades out. So as it fades out, if you notice, right after it fades out, those 3 show up. So I'm going to just say, if I have this at 1900, I'm going to say 200 or 2000 for the wait timer. All right, so scroll. The first one is demo product 1, and scroll into view is going to be, whoops, actually no, it's going to be a wait timer of 2000, and then I'm going to move it to origin, make it slow, 400, and set this to 100. Hold on, let me refresh this. Oh no, what did I do? Yeah, okay. 400, and the weight is 2. So, oh, and the offset should be 45. All right, let's see how this looks. Ooh, that's way too slow. What just happened? My timing is off with the product rec and the content block. Yeah, the content block should fade out much quicker. So instead of waiting 1.9, let's just say 1850 like I had before. And because that's 1850, this one, let's just say 19. I'm not liking it for some reason. Okay. Demo product happens. Okay, we're just going to push it down. Instead of. What happens is 1600. And then this one happens at 1650. Okay. I dig it. Yeah, okay, that feels more real. Okay. Nice. Okay, so now we just got to do the same thing with the other ones. Okay, so fake UI, we have a timing of this one is 1.6, so it's 1650. So what I can do is let's duplicate this. Okay, and then instead of image 1 is demo image 2, and the weight is not 1650, it's hold on. So 1650 plus 400 is 2050. Let's see. So we wait that long. Let's see. Oh, no, it has to happen much sooner because they kind of stagger in. So let's fix that. So that's 1650 and so 400. So 1850. The reason why is because I don't want to wait the full 400. I want to wait just 200. So when it's midway going up. Yeah. You know what? Even more. Let's just wait 100. So instead of 1850, we'll do 1750. Yes. Okay. We found the number. We found the number. Okay. So duplicate. I can't even talk anymore. All right. Here we go. I'm just so excited. 1850. Done and done. Let's look at that. Yes! Yes! Yeah! What's next? Give me another challenge. Okay. Oh, God. Typing. Recreating typing. So this is what I'm looking at right now. So we're dragging the text box. That's easy. But each one of these, if you do an inspect... let me show you on the screen. If you look at this text box, right? But you look at text right here, each one is a div. Okay, we can do this, guys. We can do this. Like I said, this is gonna be a stream that's a bit longer than the other ones, but we're gonna do it. So let's drag in the text box, shall we? So review what we did. Awesome. Boom, done. All right, moving on. This guy right here, he probably does the same thing as product rec. So we don't have to redo everything. We can just duplicate an interaction. Side note, you know when you say a word so many times and then it starts sounding weird to you? That's what's happening with the word duplicate right now. Anyways, let's go ahead and do this. The product button, I can make a copy and then let's not use demo product button. Let's use demo text button. And oh, math. I hope I got my mathings right. All right. We don't want to wait 800. What did we do with the last one? So the last one we did was we waited okay, so 1850, we waited 1850. And then it took 400 milliseconds to happen. So that's 2050. So let's go ahead and experiment with 2050 for now, for the wait timer. Okay, and if I preview right now, it's gonna wait 2 seconds and then, oh, really? I can just use the same, I could just use the same thing. Actually, I can just push it down a bit. Yeah, let's just push it down a bit. Right, yeah, put it right there, and then some. So it's kind of centered, so it's a little bit different. Cool. And then it just does the same things. Huh? Well, that was easy. All right, I'm happy with that one. Let's see what it looks like, step by step. Awesome. Okay, next. The text box. Oh man. Oh man. Alright. Let's go and do it. Div block, and we're going to call this demo text box. So this is going to hold all my text, and inside of there we're going to have a text block. Actually, let's put this position absolute. We want to set the z index to say 2 because we want this on top of everything else. Push it down a bit. Now we have to visually center it. So let's go ahead, and the first thing is n. Alright, and let's move it. Flexbox is your friend here. I don't know if I can use Flexbox here. Because this is just a custom animation, so... Okay, I need to fix my type. So this is bold, and it's big. Say 26, 32. Alright. I'm gonna have to name each one of these. Okay. Alright, we'll center it after we do all the text blocks. So this one is N. Okay, and this we have another one. Oh. Text block. This is E. All of these oh, that's what you mean by flex box. So I don't have to do a display inline for all of them. I can just do, well, I mean, it's not that hard to do. There you go. So if you're watching this as a recording, you can fast forward through this part. This is just me typing. Probably won't be talking much. Me typing every single letter. And to the developers and front-end developers and designers, UX people at MailChimp who did this, good on you. Great job. This probably took a long time. Text block. Let's just call this space. And just say width of like 10 and height of like 10. Oh my gosh. Okay. Right here. Arrival, so A. You are watching a stream of someone type every letter. R. This one actually has to be called R1 because there's 2 R's. Oh, and this one should be A1 because there's 2 A's. Okay. Okay. Why not wrapping a div for your letter, Nelson? Because it's the same thing as putting a div and then putting a text block in that div. Or you can get a div and then double click. Oh, interesting. Yeah, either way. R2. Okay. Almost there. Wait. I want to double check I'm not misspelling. Okay. V. Okay. A2. L. S. Exclamation point. Can you use exclamation point as a class name? No, you cannot. So, exclamation. Spelled it wrong. There you go. Yes! We're done typing. Okay. So, if you're fast forwarding, right here, stop right here. All right. Is that space too big? Yeah, that's space too big. Let's fix that. Something like that. Yeah. Okay. Cool. Let's center that a bit. Yes, we need a typewriter effect. That would be awesome. Okay, it's right next to her watch, so something like that. Okay. Woo! Now, each of these will have an interaction. We're going to call it hide letter, because the only thing it has is opacity 0. Okay? And then when I do the fake UI, it'll show the letter. So each one of these will have a hide letter. We'll just... you don't need to hide because it's just a space. Hold on. Okay. Yeah, they don't even give timing for the space. So, hide letter. So all of these are going to be hidden. And the reason why we use the interactions for initial appearance is because I still want to see the element on the page. I want to see the final result rather than going to the styles panel and setting it to display none or opacity 0. Because if I do that, then I won't see the final result. Okay? All right, so that's that. Okay, so fake UI, we're back at it. Our huge list of triggers. So the wait timer, that is 2050, and then we have 750. So 2050, 750. Okay, 2800. So let's go ahead and do a 2800. Scroll. N. We're going to do it for each one. So N is 45, and it's not a transform, it's opacity 100, but we're going to set it to 0, so no transition, it just appears, okay, like typing. Oh, we forgot to add a wait timer of 28. So we're going to wait, do it like that. Okay, let's see what happens. Okay, and we just move on. Just keep doing the things. Alright. So, duplicate. I said that word again. So weird. And we're just going to wait 2810. Like that. Duplicate. New. Just going to add 10 to it. New. A1. 30. R1. So yeah, you can definitely do this with a jQuery plugin, but I'm showing you how to do this without any custom code. Okay, but it's up to you. And see, that's the thing about Webflow. You can go about this any way you want. Okay. Rinse and repeat, rinse and repeat. FYI, I've seen sites on Webflow that have more interactions than what I'm showing you right now. Like there's this one that has a whole flow graph or something where it's like a choose your own adventure type of thing. It is nutty. And I tried to look through the interactions and I was like, nope. That is some intense stuff. Almost done. Oop, logo. Oh, no. There we go. Oh, perfect number. Oh, no. Never mind. Not a perfect number. Oh, well. S. And here's the thing. If I don't like the timing, I have to fix the timing on all of them. So, yeah. Okay. New arrivals. Okay, here we go. Ready? Cross your fingers. Let's do this. No, went too fast. No. Oh, okay. What do you think? It's not 10 milliseconds each. It's probably 30. Oh, dang. Probably someone called it out to their computer or something while I was doing this and only doing 10. They're like, nope, it's gonna be too fast. It's gonna be too fast. And lesson learned. I told you to text with the first 3. What? Let me scroll up. Sorry, I'm 150 milliseconds. 1750 R2D2. 350 for try 40. Ah, okay. Test on the word new. Ah, there we go. Cool. Good idea. Just test on the word new. So, 280 plus 208, 110. So instead of that, 284, and then this one should be 2880. All right, we're testing. Here we go. Can't really tell because the rivals is... Okay, I think that's it. And on the other side of my head, I'm like, maybe not? Dumb question. No, there are no dumb questions. If you use so many interactions, it's gonna slow the website load. Not really. Not really. You know, if you want to test the website out right now, here, I'll give you the link. MailChimp-demo.webflow.io. Okay, I'm gonna go with 40. I hope that's the number. Oh, dang it. It's still too fast? Okay, what number do you think? What number do you think? We're just gonna say 100? Let's go 100. Let's just go 100. Is this W? I don't know. 9. So this happens at 2.8, and we're just gonna say 9 on the next one. Try 50 or 60. I'm trying 100. You know, I want to go farther and then step back. Okay, this one 9. When in doubt, go really long. Yep. Huh. Alright, I'm gonna try 1. Let's go for it. Let's go for it. No fear. Right there. And it's easier to keep track of when you're doing numbers. Background is overlapping the text. I will look into that one later. I want to just 31, 32. Oh, 33. You have to have pauses in between? Is that what they do? Ah. Oh, dang. So the weight has to be like... Well, we'll see. 3. Let's just keep going. 3, 4. And if it's not perfect, I'm gonna let you guys clone this and, you know, have fun with it. Because I don't want to take up too much of everyone's time. At the same time, I want to try to get through this homepage. Will I have time for making it responsive? I don't know. I want you guys to have your lunch. Let's see, 3, 5, 3, 6. Alex is probably right. And he's probably yelling at the screen saying, Nelson, stop it. Oh, I lost track. What letter am I on? Okay, 3, 5. Okay. Letter I is 3, 5. Letter V is 3, 6. Long past lunch here for us. 3, 6. V is 3, 6. And then A2 is 3, 7. Oh my gosh, getting lost. Interactions 2.0, where are you at? 3, 7, 3, 8. Okay, I'm done with this typing effect. We're not gonna do the typing effect for the next button. We're just gonna show the button. Alright, guys? 3, 9. If Interactions 2.0 was here. But I know it takes a while. It takes a while to make something great. You know, quality over quantity. So, you know, I'm not a developer. I don't know how it works, but man, whatever the team's gonna come up with is gonna be awesome. It's super slow, but I'm gonna take it. Alex, it's almost tomorrow here. Thanks, buddy. Thanks. Alright, we're gonna do the button. We're gonna do the yellow button. Oh, it's bugging me. I need to fix it. No. Just go. Just keep going. Just keep going. Okay. Next one. Next. Where are we at? Man, oh man. Again, MailChimp team, great job doing this. This part is no joke. Oh yeah. You know what? It's been an hour and a half. Let's take one little break. Good little segue from Nita saying, Alex, with so many useful tips, you should be on the new Webflow Experts page. So, Webflow Experts, if you're an expert on Webflow, please apply. Go to experts.webflow.com and apply. Submit a project. Actually, no, sorry. If you... Let's see here. You scroll all the way down. There it goes. Apply to become an expert. So this site right here, experts.webflow.com, this is for people who want a Webflow expert to help them finish their project or even start a new project on Webflow. And it's a really good way to try and get new clients. Okay, so if I was like someone who needs a website, I can search. I can go to this site and I can search by location, team site, or project type. Like say if I go to location and I'm looking for someone in San Francisco, click on San Francisco, and there we go. We only have one person here, and you can look at this person's profile and submit a project, and this information will be sent directly to you. So yeah, if you want to apply, go to experts.webflow.com and go to the very bottom of the page. And it's down here, apply to become an expert. And yeah, we will contact you. Okay. Oh, okay. Little commercial break right there. But back on the timing. Okay. Let's do this. We need a button. So let's go ahead and drag in a button. Fake UI right here. We're going to call it demo button. Actually, we're going to call it demo CTA, which means call to action. and it's that yellow guy right here. So the width is going to be, I don't know. Actually, no. Let's make that yellow. Something like that. Okay, and then add some padding around there. Say 15, and inside of there, gonna have a text block that says take 15% off. Okay, and the type there is all caps, and it's bold, and it is, yeah, something like that. Smaller, something like that. Cool. Position absolute. We're going to set the z-index to like something like 1 to make it more of a button-like. So make this smaller on the top and bottom and make this longer. There we go. Let's position it. Now let's go right here. Something like that. Push it to the side. More, right there. Okay, cool. Cool. So what happens here? Refresh. Ah, there's a black box too? Ah, I missed that one. Alright, let's just keep going though. Text goes in. Typing. Ah, I missed that part. Ah, you have to drag in a button. Okay, cool. That's the easy part. So I can just go here to demo button. Nope, actually no, not demo. Fake UI. And I have the demo text button, right? And I can duplicate that. And say demo button. And let's just see where it goes. Yeah, it's not supposed to go there. Let's go ahead and fix that. So something like this. And then something like this. Cool. Yeah, that's going under. That's not cool. Let's go ahead and fix that. This demo button should be z-index 5. Alright, so the timing. So we moved it to the right area. Now we have to fix the timing. So here we go again with the timing and such. This last one is waiting 4 seconds. Okay, so 4,000. So let's go say 4,000 and let's just say 4,000. So right after that last exclamation point, the button starts moving. Okay, so let's see what happens. Tippity type. Ha! Nice. I don't know. The typing feels better now that we have the next part in. You know. Let's see here. Fake UI. Okay. This button right here. What happens with that button though? Hold on. Does it fade in? What does it do? Yeah, it fades in and does the typing. So let's just do the fade in. Okay. So what we're gonna do is do hide letter. Okay. So instead of saying hide letter, we're just gonna name this something better because all the type in new arrivals and this demo CTA is starting with initial appearance of opacity 0. So we're just gonna call it opacity 0. That makes more sense. Okay, so if I want to set anything else as opacity 0, I can just click on this knowing that the initial appearance is opacity 0. All right, so that's there. The fake UI is demo button shows up, and then this, okay, new trigger, scroll, demo CTA, 45 on the offset. When I scroll into view, I'm going to wait That's 4 seconds plus, oh dang, math. What's my timer? So 4 seconds plus 750. So yeah, let's just go 5 seconds. Let's see what happens with 5 seconds. I know that's 4750, but like let's just see what happens with 5 seconds. Okay, and then after that I fade in 400. Let's see what happens. 1, 2, 3. Type. Ah, okay. All right. Easy, easy, easy. Nelson, the namesmith. Not really. Okay. I'm gonna call that done. Let me refresh and double check. Do I got everything? 1, 2, 3 arrivals. That one. Typey. Done. There it is, guys. There it is. Let me publish this so you can see it for yourself. MailChimp-demo.webflow.io. Oh boy. So it just comes to show you what you can do right now with Interactions 1.0. Now, if you haven't heard of Interactions 2.0, let me give you a taste of that. Webflow Interactions 2.0. So it is coming soon. We are working on it, but this is what I'm talking about. This part right here. Instead of having to memorize your timing, you're going to have a timeline of things that's going to happen. Like, that whole MailChimp thing would have been so much faster, but it's coming and you're going to love it. And, you know, as with things, it takes time and it takes effort, takes love. And that's, I did the same exact thing and it's still working. And so it's like, yeah, you can still do a lot. All right, moving on. Let's go on to the next one. All right, Nelson, is there a way to search for designers' usernames in the showcase? Hashtag made with Webflow. Yeah. Is there a way? We don't have a way to search for designers. Good question though. I'll ask the team if there's a way we can do that. You know, but I mean, you can always Google search it, because if you like, yeah, Webflow Pixel. We'll go Webflow Pixel Geek, then you get mine right here. You know, so yeah. All right, Google's your friend. All right, moving on. Great job, everyone. Proud of you all. That was awesome. Let's go ahead and remove this padding here. Say something like 100. Because what do? They have a lot of space between their next ones. Let's go like, let's keep that 300. What did I do? Oops. Right there. Oof, too much. What am I doing? I'm like playing around in numbers. Alright, there we go. Oh man. Hold on. Coffee. It's cold. Okay. So this one, okay, super simple. So that one was tough. That second row was tough. And now we get something simple. It's just a section where everything is centered. And the only interaction is this. I know they're using lazy load, but we can kind of recreate that fade in effect with a scroll interaction. And these right here as well. So what we're going to do, a section, everything's centered. This one can use some flexbox to make those spaced out evenly. Yeah, that's it. Super simple row. All right, here we go. Let's call this row 3. So row 3 will have a H2. Nope, can't do it there. Here. There we go, H2, and this one will say cell. Oops, I need to center everything. Row 3, center. There we go. Cell. In this paragraph, we're going to call this cell paragraph, or cell P, because I don't want it all the way. I want it like something like 550. Centered. Centered. Thank you. And what is it saying? What is it saying? Oh, and there's a text. There's a inline text link. All right. And let's bump it up to like 16. Cool. Yeah, I have the exact same breaks as they're using on their site. All right, cool. So connecting your store. So what I can do is double click, highlight what I want to make a link, make it a link, and oh no, sorry, I did span. There we go. Link, and then we're just gonna leave it as hashtag right there. I mean pound. And then after that, let's go ahead and style this as inline text link, and you can give it a blue color, something like that. No underline, but when I hover over it, I want an underline. There we go. What do they do? Yep, they do underline. Cool. Next one is an image. So let's go ahead and just drag in that image. Which one? That one. Right there. That's huge. Okay, row 2 image. I am the namesmith. Not really. Alright, something like that. That's nice. Actually, we're not going to use width. We're going to use max width because it can scrunch down when it's responsive. Push it away from the top a bit. And then push it from the bottom. So if this is using 35, we're going to say 35 as well. Keep it all even. And after that, we have a paragraph. Let's just copy this paragraph, paste it down here. Paste. And then after that, we have a div, and we're going to call this logos. Yeah, and we don't want that too big, so the max is probably gonna be 750, and it's centered. I'm guessing something like that. Let's go 700, and then flex that one out, push it away from that paragraph. And the reason why I want to use flex is because I want all of these logos to have the same space around. So I can go here and put in the image for the logo. The first one is Shopify. And what I'm going to do is each one of these is going to be company logo, and it's going to be expand. I'm just going to do it 4 times. So 1, 2, 3, 4. There we go. And let's put some padding. Get them away from each other. Something like 20. Cool. Yep. Okay, I can replace it. So Magento, where are you at? Right there. Replace you with BigCommerce. In there. Replace you with WooCommerce. Woo woo. I think we're good. Alright. Actually, let's remove the paddings. Right there. Okay, let's see. Right. Huh. Okay. Logos. Something like that. Yeah, that'll work. Alright. And yeah, oh wow, okay, that one's done. That was an easy row. Okay, so first thing is this one. We want to fade that in, right? So what's the first thing we want to do? Since we are only using opacity, we can just set the opacity to 0 in the interactions. And then we can go here on row 3 and start a new interaction. We're going to call it row 3. And so the trigger is when I scroll down to say 20%. So when I get to somewhere around here, no, let's say 30%. So when I get somewhere around here, that's when this will show up. Okay, and affect different element is row 3. Wait, what did I call this? Oh, row 2 image. My bad. Let me rename this. Okay, there we go. Row 3. Nelson is unstoppable right now. I need more coffee, so I am stoppable. So if someone can, like, you know, toss me some over the internet. Row 3. Scroll into view, opacity, take 400 milliseconds, done and done, done. All right, let's see how this looks. So our beautiful animation is done. We scroll here. It just happened too fast. I didn't even notice it. So instead of 30, let's just go 45. I want to notice the interaction. There we go. Cool. Boom. That row is done. Row 3 in the books. Let's collapse it. 1, 2, 3. What's next? What's next, everyone? Advertise. Okay, so this one is just kind of like a rinse and repeat. This is another challenge. It's kind of like row 3 and the first row, hero row, kind of combined. All right. Thank you, Alex, for the coffee. Cheers. Oh, and here. Never forget me. You need me. Cold coffee. Alright. What's next? Big section with a lot of padding on the top and bottom. Let's go ahead and do that. Drag in a section here. We're going to call it row 4. And let's just make this big. I'm just going to make it crazy, like 300 padding at the top. And inside of there is a container, I'm guessing. Right there. And let's go ahead and play around with backgrounds. So this one has 2 backgrounds. So the first one is this guy. Right. No tile. Just set it to cover. Is it cover or contain? Yep, it's cover. Unless it's just their regular size. Hold on, let me see if it squeezes. Oh, it doesn't squeeze at all, so it's not cover. So I was adjusting the browser width and nothing happened. So that means it just kept its original size. It's gonna do that. Okay, and let's go ahead and put another one. Right there and see what happens. Okay. Interesting. No, this is just... Eh? Oh, wait. There we go. Take that off. This goes on top. Okay. Okay. No. There. Push it down. Okay, there we go. There. Boom. Yes! Alright, cool. So that's that. Okay, and row 4, there's a lot more space away from that one. So let's just go ahead and use margin and push it down. Something like that. Off topic, but where can I buy that cup? Looks dope. I used to work with a friend. She's an illustrator, and she made this once for her Etsy, but never did it again. I'll ask her. I'll ask her if she has those files. Or what was it, Etsy or some place where you can make your own mugs and shirts and mouse pads and whatnot. All right. So the first type actually happens up here. So this padding is incorrect. So let's say 100. Nope. It starts like something like this. Yeah, let's just go with that. Let's go with that. Okay. Heading. Advertise. Probably Zazzle. Yeah. I bought 2 and then I broke one. I was like, no. Okay. All right. And this is using the same paragraph size as this. So I could just copy this one instead. So, or actually, no. Copy the class name. So it's details. So I'm just going to go here and go details. And this one actually has a link for Facebook advertising. So let's go ahead and highlight that. Link in inline link, inline text link. Nope. We just call it dark link. It's kind of like Legend of Zelda, dark link. And it seems to be a different color, but they're using underline. So force that underline. And what happens when you hover it? Oh, it's backwards. Interesting. When you hover, the underline goes away. So like that. Okay, cool. Alright, that's done. So now we have 2 images, one each that show up. So let me show you. Refresh. 1, 2. Here we go with the timings again. So this is going to be a scroll interaction. Now, if you don't know how to use scroll interaction after this, please review this whole video or ask on the forums, forum.webflow.com. A lot of people will love to help you out, but it's simply take a parent element, and when you get to a certain percentage of that element, that's when something happens. Okay? So let's go ahead and put stuff in here. So the first thing is the big image. And that one is going to be this one? Yes. And actually, what's the real size of this? Okay, so it's yep, there we go. So I'm going to do it like that. And let's just make this position relative so I can actually relative, or no, I don't have to do relative. I can just leave it as is. It's just that, does it have a drop shadow? Okay, so the drop shadow is inside the image itself. Cool. So we're gonna name this, what row are we on? Row 4. So we're gonna call this row 4 image 1. Okay, so this, we're going to go ahead and add another image, and that image is this one right here. Cool. And we're going to call this row 4 image 2. Set that to position absolute. Oh, is this has to be relative. There we go. Okay. Left. Let's go ahead and push it down. Actually, you should have 0. Excuse me. Right about there. Right about there. I don't know if I should have used... No. Wait. Oh yeah, I shouldn't use that as the... I should use this container as the position relative because I want to anchor it to this, not to that background. So we'll call it row for container, set to relative. There we go. Now I'm feeling better. There. Ha! No, I'll put it right there a little bit more. Something like that. It stops at the G or something of page. Something like that. Cool? Cool. Like it. Moving on. Actually, not moving on. This needs to push down more. Something like that. Did that push down as well when I did that? Why? That's interesting. The internet is interesting. Wow. Okay. Oh, because it's anchored to the bottom, and then if I push this to... Okay, I get it. I get it. Okay, cool. So this happens, and let's go ahead and add some... Row 4, let's add some padding to the bottom so we have some space to work with. And yeah, I like it. Alright, so now we need to add some interaction. So this one is opacity 0, but also we're pushing it down a bit. So, have we reused this same thing where I'm pushing down an image and opacity 0? The answer is yes, and it's these guys right here. So if I go here and I look at the initial appearance, it's moving down by 30 and opacity 0. So, you know what? I'm going to rename this to down 30, opacity 0, so I know what is actually happening. And I can just reuse that for this one and this one. So I'm not recreating stuff over and over. I'm reusing what I can. Okay? Now, let's call this row 4. So when I scroll down by 45%, I'm going to affect row 4 image 1. And when I scroll into view, I want to move that to origin, take 400 milliseconds to happen, and opacity 100. Okay? Now we're going to do the same thing for row 4 image 2, but this time I want to set a wait timer. Okay, so if it's going to take 400, I want to say wait 200. So that way it's like that staggered effect. Done and done. Not too bad. Cool. Alright, is this... 2 more rows, guys. We got this. So automate is the same thing, actually. But it's just those 3 cards. Just these 3 cards is doing the same thing that these are doing, but without a wait timer. Okay? Joel came in late, don't know if anyone commented, but love your shirt. I love you for being on the show, so thank you so much for the comment. Yes, I got this shirt a long time ago from an old buddy named Joe the Peacock. Really cool guy. Let's see here. Row... Come on, get the section. Yeah, don't be red. Don't be red. Ah. All right, let's fix that. There we go. Row 5. Okay, it's row 5. It's a lot of padding, so I'm gonna just say 500 on the top and bottom. Dang. All right, and inside of there we have a container, but this row 5 has a huge background, so let's go ahead and get that. And this background is not tiled, but it's pushed off to the side. Yeah, whoever did this artwork, whoever in MailChimp is, if you're looking at this MailChimp, whoever did this artwork, that's awesome. Good job. Let's do something like this. I think it's pushed off a lot. Ooh. Something like this. And the top, yeah, so, oh, this one's too far. Let's fix that. Whoa. Oh, that's cool. Hi, Suring. Good to see you live again. Good to see you in this chat room. Alright, that should be good. And then this guy right here shouldn't be 500. It should be some way less because the text actually starts with the dots. More dots, more dots. Come on, dots. Alright. So this one we could use, so I'm looking at this and I'm like, do I want to use flexbox or columns? I always say use flexbox, but you can also get away with this with columns, unless what happens when it becomes responsive. So the text goes on top, okay? So if I turn that off, if you look here, the text is on the right. Now if you use columns, that's just floating to the left. So what's going to happen is those three cards right here is going to go to the top, and then automate is going to go to the bottom. But if you use flexbox, you can flip that, and so automate will go to the top and those cards will go on the bottom, just like they do in their responsive nature. Yeah, this home page is beautiful. Jeez. All right, so let's go ahead and do that. We're gonna let's go ahead and do a flex container. Let's see here. Flex container. Flex it out. Boom. Now we have two things. Actually, let's remove this because it looks like it's not. Is it 960? Hard to tell. Okay, so let's just go flex container. And then we have two things. We have the image. We have the image and the text. So let's go ahead and put the image first. Let's put two divs. First div, call it what, row 5. Row 5 call for column. Size it to expand. Place it twice. And so now we have two columns. In the first column we have an image, and that image is the cards right there. And these cards, probably high DPI. Okay. And this one has automate. So let's go ahead and just copy this. This is the same thing. Automate. And there's a link at marketing automation. No. Let's go ahead and inline link. Cool, cool. All right, so these need some padding. Get it away from each other. Something like 25 will do. 30. Yeah, 30 will do. Okay. And actually, we can set them vertically aligned center. Boom, and flexbox is awesome. Okay. And yeah, so this one, we're going to push it down again. Reuse the down 30 opacity 0. And here is we can do the same thing row 4 is doing. Okay, we're going to do the same thing that row 4 is doing, but duplicate that. Call it, it already calls row 5. So if you're naming your interactions a certain number, like row 1, and then you duplicate that interaction, we automatically go up by 1. So you don't have to rename it row 5. Okay, so we do that for you. So this is called, oh, I didn't give this a name. I need to name it. Let's call this row, what row is this? Row 5 image. Cool. And there we go. So row 5 image. Move to origin. Done. So if I go here, preview. That was easy. Yeah. All right. Moving on. Second to the last row, it's grow. It's the same thing as this row right here, except for the logo. So what we can do, super simple, is we're gonna get row 3, copy paste, and just drag one of those row 3s down here, and let's go ahead and call this row 6. There we go. Row 6, everything is centered, and we're just gonna put grow. This one, there you go, there you go. Paste it, and MailChimp reports right there. Inline text link. Instead of this, it's the cell phone right there. That's good to go. No, that's kind of big though. And I don't want it to use the same one because when I do my interaction, I want it to show up. So, row, that's pretty. 6 image. And I think the max should be, yeah, something like that. Say 800. That's pretty. Okay, cool. Doesn't have any text. No text. No logos. No background. That one is done. And so this one already has an interaction of opacity 0. Actually, yeah, opacity 0. And then row 6 is going to do the same thing. What does row 3 do? Okay, so let's just duplicate that. So row 6 is already made. And instead of row 3 image, we can do row 6 image, opacity 100, done. Let's double check it. Oh, that's huge space. All right, well that works. Cool, let's fix that space. So 0, what happens? Whoa. Cool. Last row. Okay, let's go to last row, and then we're gonna skip the footer links and just go straight into responsive. Let's see here. What time did we start at? 10? It's 12. Okay. We may need to do a part 2 of this. Yeah, we're gonna do a part 2 and make this responsive. Okay, let's break this up. We did a lot today already, so let's just finish it up. Let's finish it out with the last row. Let's go ahead and drag in another section. Row 7. And let's go ahead and make some crazy padding for now. So we have room to work. This one is super simple. It just has text, no images, but it has a background. We'll center our text, put a background image of that orange stuff. And also the orange more dots. Come on, dots. Alright. The dots are on top. No tile. Alright. This guy right here, we're going to push it down a bit to where, right there. Oh, one more pixel. Nice. Yep. Cool. Alright. That's cool. That's cool. And let's go ahead and just grab this guy. Paste it in here. Well, that's really low. And that's really high. It's like right under the dots. So something like that. Get started today. Alright. And then we have some paragraph that says stage, and let's get that button. Let's copy a button. This one here. Boom. Instead of hero button, let's just call it big button. Makes more sense. Sign up free. Wonder why they removed the word for. It's interesting. Has to be a reason. Yeah, it's fine. I think we're done, guys. Wait. Right in there. Something like that. Maybe part 2 will do the footer. Alright, so let me publish this. Man. Alright. There's no interactions with this one. Last interaction. The sign up free button. Totally forgot about that one. So, what happens in row 2, when I get to row 2, I want to show this sign up free button. So look what happens. The sign up free is gone. But when I get to the animation part, that's when I want to see this button. And when I leave the animation part, the animation it should go away. So let's see here. Actually, so this one, I'm gonna make this my trigger. So when I leave that, so when I leave the hero row, show the sign up free. When I see the hero row again, make the sign up free go away. So first thing, the sign up free button needs to go away. And let's see here. Does it do any fading in? No, it just slides right in. It's already... So what we can do is give it a top sign up button. Okay. And the initial appearance is... Actually, we can do negative 100%. Okay, we'll use pixels then. Negative 100 pixels. Let's see. Yeah, we'll go 50. Okay. So it's up there. We can't see it, and that's totally fine. Okay. So this hero row, I'm going to make another scroll trigger. So show hide sign up. Okay. Scroll trigger. So when I scroll into view of this, hold on. Uh-oh. So here's the problem in my head. So let me show you. This guy right here shares the same parent class name as this one and the one at the very bottom. Now, I want to tell this guy to affect only this. And the only way to do that is if this has a unique class name. So I'm gonna have to remove this and start again and say top nav button. So no other element shares this class name. Okay? So let's go ahead and redo the stuff. Redo the styles. It's bold and has a background color of, yeah, let's skip that. Round it out. Wait, Zebra has a... You can trigger combo class. Okay. How? No. Okay. Tell me how. Or maybe... Let me see. Can I get you on the... Zebra? Here, let me see. Show me a trick. Added here. Let me get you on the phone. So we can do this faster. Different combo class, hide the div. Hello?
Yeah, hello.
Hello, okay. Go ahead. Tell me what to do.
I Actually, it's not really my trick. It's Vincent's trick. So
Oh, Vincent's trick. Yes.
What you have to do, you just drag a new div, and you give it the name of your combo class.
So okay, so I'm gonna. I know there's a delay in the screen sharing, but let me put back the, what was the name? Button, and so I have button.
Give it the name of your combo.
Okay. Yep. Done.
And then what I do personally, I add another new div, the parent, which I call hidden combo or something like that. I just hide the parent, and then it's done. You can just trigger. Actually, the way it works, the combo class need to exist in a main class, but you can set it in combo, and I don't know to say that in English, but you will see this way. You will see it will work. You can now trigger the combo because it exists as a div.
I'm gonna have to learn that later. Yeah, I'm gonna have to.
Okay.
I'm gonna have to learn that later. I'm gonna try that, and then probably part 2.
Just add a new div, give it the combo class as name.
Okay.
That's it.
So add a new div.
Hide the parent.
So add a new div.
Yeah, add a new div.
Okay.
Add the parent. You hide this new div. You hide it.
Okay, hide it like this.
And then in this new div, you add another div and give it the name of your combo class.
So add another div and give it the name of the combo class.
Yes.
Which is button, and then nav button, and then.
I can't see the stream live, but I know you can see the name of your class in the interaction. That's it. You can see the combo name in the interaction.
Oh, okay.
Have you got it? Sorry, it's bad explanation, but.
Yeah, it's not showing up. Yeah.
Honestly, I'm doing this all the time.
Okay. I'll try it next time.
Okay.
But thank you. I'll try it in part 2. Thank you.
Okay.
All right. See ya. All right. Let's just finish this up. Guys. And I'm gonna try it in part 2. Yeah. So top nav button. Scroll into view. The transform is go to origin, and when I let's see here. When I scroll into view 0, it goes to. Actually, no, it moves to -100. What is going on? It's not moving up. Show hide. Top nav button. Let's okay. Top nav button, that guy right there. It should go up. There we go. It's moving by 50. And then when I scroll out of view, it should go to origin to 200. 200 milliseconds. All right, so this offset probably when I see it 0, don't want to move out, something like 100. Let's see what happens. No, I'm so close. So when I scroll out of view, it should show up. When I scroll into view, it should do that. So don't show up. Haha, got it. Okay, we're done. That was fun. Okay, so part 2 of this. I'm going to show you how to make all of this responsive. We'll probably go ahead and do the footer too. And yeah, that was fun. Thank you, Zebra, for trying to help me out with that. I'm gonna try that in part two. The combo class trick that Vincent, one of our Webflow community experts who helps on the forums, he has a trick. He has like tips and tricks type of website that he shares with everyone, and I'll feature that once I get the URL. But everyone, thank you so much. This has been a fun stream. The hardest part was right here, new arrivals and the rest of this. So let's just go ahead and take a look at the finished product real quick. Right here, scroll down. That guy shows up. This guy animates. Oh man. So one thing. When it comes to artistry and stuff like this, people take hours and hours to do things. To me, motion graphics people who deal with small little keyframes for every little thing, that to me is crazy, and how much time it takes to make a movie like a Iron Man or something like that. It's just so much work for like 5 seconds of film. And it's the same thing here. So much work to do a simple animation, but after it's done and you consume it, it's just so worth it. So yeah, take your time with your animations. Make them good. Yeah. Because it's the little things you do that makes the biggest difference. Alright, there you go. There you go. Boom. Let me give you guys the URL one more time. It's MailChimp-demo.webflow.io. Let's end off this stream. Actually, let me give you the last 13 minutes to ask any questions you want, and then we'll end the stream. I don't want you guys to feel like your questions aren't being answered. So yeah, if you have any questions about Webflow, web design in general, why I'm wearing this shirt, yeah, let me know. And again, thank you to everyone in the live chat room right now for hanging with me, taking the time out of your day. I really, really appreciate it. And I hope you're getting something out of these. Hope you're learning and having fun watching and having fun talking to the rest of the live community in the chat room, you know. So what is going on? If there's no questions, I'll just go ahead and end the stream. Let's see here. Let me scroll up, see if there's anything. Martin, how can I erase a hover class? Easily, all you gotta do is just go to your hover. Like for instance, this has a hover. Oh, it doesn't. So this one has a hover, and you can tell what? Okay. Who has a hover? This one has a hover. Okay, so you can tell there's a hover because of this blue dot right here. To remove it, just go to your hover state, and if you see anything that's blue in the styles, like this one, if you delete it, and then go back to your states, that blue dot is no longer there, which means there's no longer a hover state. So that's it. Good question. Peter, fast question. Can I enter the forum with my Webflow credentials? So the Webflow forum, good question. If you go to forum.webflow.com, this forum is actually on a completely different platform called Discourse. Okay, so you'll need to create your own account on our forum. So it's completely different, not attached to your Webflow account at all. So just sign up to forum.webflow.com, and yeah, you'll get access. Brian, hello folks. In before effect. Thank you, Zebra. There's the link. This is the combo class trick he was trying to talk about. Oh, not found. What happened? All right. If there's nothing else, there's a couple rad background interaction sites I want an opinion on. Can I post them in workshop forum? Yeah, sure. Or just post them on the show and tell or anywhere on the forums. And yeah. My first project, Snuggle Treats. Let's see here. Snuggle Treats. No. Oh my god. Cute website. Cute website. Great job. Is it Abhijit? Great job. I'll show you what he's talking about. Very nice. Not bad. Very nice. Someone else on the forum, or share a trick or tip that the community doesn't know yet, because doing that will help grow the community entirely. Not only the Webflow community, but the whole web design community. So yes, have that impact, help people out. Lastly, if you want to follow us on the social media, it's facebook.com/webflow, or our Twitter account is down there. It's @webflowapp. If you want to follow me, it's @thepixelgeek. Did I miss anything else? No, that's about it. I will see you guys next week for part 2 of the MailChimp site. We're going to make this responsive and also finish up the footer row. Thank you guys so much for being here. And as always, make the web beautiful. See ya.